My name is Bricklayer Bricks and I turn LEGO sets into other things. For example, I took 2 of these 332nd battle packs and turned them into this, the Cutlass Hover Tank. It's rounded but pointy on the sides, just like a real Cutlass sword would be, hence the name. I was worried all the rounded parts in this set would be a problem, but now that it's done, I feel really good about the way I used them. It would have been nice to have some bar pieces to make cannons with, but I made do with what I had. The result is one of these blaster cannons on either side of the tank. In the middle is the crew area. Now this section by itself I thought almost looked like a hot rod or a rat rod car. I think there's some really cool detail at the front that kind of looks like an exposed car engine. And moving backward, you have a pretty aggressively slanted roof that's actually made using the seat pieces. But before I talk more about what's under the roof, I want to show this really cool shot of it head on. You can see just how much those sides are angled, which gives it a very aggressive and low profile stance. Which means that if this vehicle were real, it would probably be a very fast and maneuverable machine. Or at least that's how it is in my head, which is why I gave it these 2 massive engines at the very back. Now there's not much to these, but they get the point across as to what they're supposed to be, and it was a nice way to soak up some of the extra parts that I had left. Now, last thing, let's talk about the interior of this vehicle. Like you saw earlier, those 2 seat pieces cover the heads of the minifigures inside while still providing a small slit for them to see forwards out of. Now this whole roof assembly can actually be opened up, and the inside is actually fairly spacious for 2 minifigures, but unfortunately there's not any really control pieces because none of those were included with these sets. But overall, I feel like this interior and the roof do a pretty good job of covering the minifigures while not subtracting anything from the overall low profile look of the vehicle. And honestly, I'm really stoked on this vehicle itself as an alternate build. I'm a huge fan of hover tanks as science fiction vehicles, and to be able to build something like this out of a kind of mediocre LEGO set made me feel really good. Now, if you would like to build this yourself, I do have instructions right now on my Patreon, which you can get by clicking the Patreon link in the description. Video instructions will be posted on my YouTube channel next Monday. And before you go, consider liking and subscribing, it really helps me out a lot, and also let me know down in the comments which you would rather have, this Cutlass Hover Tank or 2 Swamp Speeders from the 332nd Battle Pack. Anyways, that's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.